Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, guys. Welcome to another Shots Thirsty Thursday thoughts and... Oh, can I say this on here? Shots?
Yes, you can say it on this one.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, it is not a beer night for me. It's a sit back. It's gonna be a bourbon night, and we are drinking I am drinking the 1792 single barrel. I absolutely love this stuff. And we have discovered, yes, it's so much better cold. Like you put it on ice, it's just a beautiful thing. No mucking around with it tonight. Just kind of, I don't know. It's one of those weird nights. First off, we're not doing sports. Did it pop out? Number two, we are trying some. That's not noticeable. We're trying something different with the mic. So we wanted to try and do something to where there's something we're missing, and I'm trying to figure out how to use the new pub mics without going back to the old ones, which a lot of people like to. You see a lot of people using them, and we actually sounded really good. This is just a lot more convenient, and I don't have to sit there and, as our boy would always say, mouth fucking mic. I don't know. I knew it was going to be a day, though, when good idea. I knew it was going to be a day when I woke up with one of those famous leg cramps, and I'm bouncing around. I look at the clock, and I see 8:23, and my mind immediately goes, shit, I'm going to be late for work. So I start running around. I'm like, wait a minute, why is my stuff not up? Did I forget my stuff? I turn around, and then it smacked me in the face. I went, it's Thursday. I'm off. Isn't it today Thursday? I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. I went over and I had to check my phone, and sure enough, luckily I had a day off. Otherwise, I was probably looking at it in 5 minutes. Then I couldn't go back to sleep. I lay there, and I tossed, and I turned, and I thought, well, I'm sweating. All right, so let's uncover it. Now I'm getting cold. So then I'm sweating. Then I'm cold. Then I'd start to fall asleep, and I go into this weird, I'm sure a lot of people have done it, where you start snoring, and you're not even fully asleep yet. So it was very unrestful for some time. I thought, okay, let me fall asleep to something on TV. Yeah, right. So my happy ass has been dragging today. Couldn't do a lot. I'm like, okay, well, how about I go out and work on the bar? I'll get dressed. I'll get dressed in a second. Let me drink some coffee first. Have breakfast. Hey, it's my friend's birth, or it's my youngest brother's birthday. Call him up. We're on the phone for like an hour and a half. I sat back down. I'm like, all right, cool. Can drink a little bit more coffee. I get messages, and I'm like, dinner plans and all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, give myself a time frame now. Here we go. I'm sure everybody has had those days where you just could not motivate. You just get. So, yeah, we did a Wednesday night sports show, and I thought, well, this would be the perfect opportunity to go ahead and get it out there before the games. I think I remember to download it to Spotify. Hell no. Happy anniversary, by the way, young lady. Don't think I forgot. I would tell Blue, but if I'm not mistaken, he's at a football game. I don't know. Kat, I know for a fact you had to have had some days like that. I mean, how do you?
It's every day.
How do you kick it though? I mean, how do you motivate yourself? Because no matter what I drank 4 cups of coffee, still could not get. I couldn't get moving. I just couldn't motivate. Is it because this is one of those weeks where things were off for us? What do we got? Hello, Blue. Is he watching from the game too? What's the score, guy? Last he called me, by the way, and he goes, "Did you go and pick up my wife?" I don't know. No. Hey, Blue. Kat might have audio evidence that I wasn't. I think you were supposed to tell me to go and pick her up. Just saying, brother. 21-7. Ugh. Who are they even playing tonight? Good luck, guys. Maybe they'll have one of those amazing after halftime comebacks like Slippery Rock. That was actually a fun game. But I couldn't. I turned on McAfee. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna check out some sports stuff. I saw you were getting on there and messing around with some sports things today, which inspired me to do the same thing. It's that time of the season, girl, where especially when you're in a fantasy team, you start digging around. All right, who's doing better than we thought? Who's 8 minutes left? All right. Hickory's one of the top teams in the area, so I'm not too surprised. Be there in a little bit. We're here. I ended up reserving myself to I turned on From Dusk Till Dawn. I thought, okay. I'm not gonna lie. There's kind of a part of me that I wish Kaylin could have stayed home. We could have sat down and watched some movies or something. But I know I scrolled off what we were originally talking about, but I ended up binge watching From Dusk Till Dawn, all 3 of them. I've never seen the second 2, and they're horrible.
No. Will and I slept in this morning, got up, we did a few things, and we went to lunch. And then we went down to a pub and walked into 3 of the 4 TVs with horror movies. Or no, two of the four movies. One was Summer School.
There's a summer school comedy. There might be a summer school.
It wasn't horror. It was Summer School.
Okay, so yeah, it was probably the comedy.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's got Christy Alley, and
Yes.
love that movie.
Yes. That was on the one TV. The Birds was on. Just,
I
you know darn well I wasn't sitting at the bar.
I noticed that too today, and the first person I thought of was you, and I said, "Well, she doesn't watch scary movies anyway, so she's not going to see this."
Oh no, everybody makes sure I know it's on when it's on. I will watch it, but I have to be in the mood.
There's another one out there, again, late 70s, early 80s, called Ants. I forgot about. So yeah, for some reason, people just thought it was, there's a movie called Frogs. Yeah, Killer Frogs. I watched it. I couldn't tell you. It was so dumb even back then that it wasn't, it was supposed to be scary. I knew it wasn't scary. It was dumb. It was bad enough you had a movie called Slugs. Carnivorous Slugs.
I'm not a big horror movie fan, but if I'm going to watch them, I prefer the older ones versus the newer ones. And again, I'm more like I can watch any and all of the Poltergeist ones. I'm good with that.
Too.
I can handle that. Exorcist, I can handle that.
Supernatural, you can handle for the most part.
I'm not so good with. See, now I get them all confused. So I can just. Freddy, the one that comes to you in your nightmares.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, that one I'm not so good with because I wasn't allowed to watch a whole lot of horror films because my imagination does.
Right.
Well, the first time I actually got to watch the whole thing, I actually lived on Elm Street.
Nice. Sarah refused to live on any Elm Street because of this.
Didn't sleep for like a month. At least not at night.
Like I said, the one that got me, believe it or not, I grew up when Nightmare on Elm Street came out. That was back when cable, every month you had the little HBO Cinemax guide that would show, what's on when, what's coming up next month. Psycho 2 came out. Nightmare on Elm Street, I will always remember they were flipping through, and it was the famous scene where Johnny Depp gets sucked out into the bed, and just this geyser of blood comes up. Scared the crap out of me. I've always, like I said, had a weird fascination with horror movies. I couldn't watch them. They scared the shit out of me. Creepshow. My mom took me to a video store, and I still to this day cannot find this box cover. I've Googled it. I've looked and looked and looked. There was a variation of it where it was just you see a skeleton hand, skeleton feet holding a cane in one hand and a top hat in the other, like the old vaudeville shows. And to me, that was comical. And it's, we'd actually got in there. My mom wanted to rent Ichabod Crane, the Disney cartoon. I saw this and I'm thinking, she kept saying, "You're going to get scared." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're going to get scared. No, I'm not. She goes, "It's not you." She went ahead and did it. Creepshow. Yeah, I made it through the first 15 minutes, maybe. And I even, like, the beginning didn't even scare me. Like, when the boy gets in trouble, he goes upstairs, he's in his room, and He looks out and he sees, the crypt keeper outside. No, not the crypt keeper. The ghoul, I guess what he's calling him. And then he turned into a you see a flash of lightning, he turns into a cartoon. So in my mind, all of a sudden, I'm like, haha, I was right. Then it all went downhill. You see a lot of, it was scary. So we turned it off, and then Mom, the next day, turned it back on. I thought, okay, we can sit here and do this. And we made it through a couple of the shows, and I just got to a point where I couldn't continue to do it. Like I said, I was that kid that I slept with the covers over my head.
Not thinking. I mean, the older movies, even the older I get, though, I'm still not. But again, I don't watch a whole lot of movies now because Blue is very, very, very particular on what he watches.
I'm to the point now I can watch anything. Like, believe it or not, like when I lay down to go to sleep, I'll turn, off this one. I'll turn on something like, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Matthew McConaughey is hilarious. I like rom-com. I need something that's going to kind of, what was the other one he was in? Failure to Launch. I don't care to sit down and watch a rom-com with Sarah. I used to hate them. I couldn't, Sex in the City, I was with a girl that just watched it religiously and tried to, very hard to talk me into it. And I refused to. I was that one that wanted to watch Oz, the prison movie, the prison show, Deadwood, stuff like that. Now, I don't know. I still lean more towards a horror movie, but it's hard to describe. It really is. I used to be one of those people that could not fall asleep with the TV on. Good Lord, when I was with United Van Lines, the driver I ran with, he was the one that had to go to sleep to white noise. So he would turn on the TV in the truck, and it would keep me up. Now, I cannot sleep very well unless something's turned on. So I'm particular about it. I'm a weird individual. Hello, Miss Jan. I tried to watch Nightmare Before Christmas. I'll fall asleep to that, right? It's a kid's show, kid's movie. It would give me the weirdest dreams. But yet I could fall asleep to, oh man, what's some of the ones these dark, The Exorcist wouldn't bother me.
Thank you, Jen. When I'm tired, like overly tired, there isn't much that I won't fall asleep to. I can sleep with bright lights on, it ain't gonna bother me. I can sleep with noise, don't bother me. When I'm Blue's one that has to have, we have stuff over our windows, it has to be completely black. He used to be, the only noise he could handle was his fan. Well, now he sleeps every night to his scanner on his phone.
Oh.
And the fans. But I can go to bed before him, and it doesn't matter. I can leave the light on, I can leave the TV on. If I'm tired, I can fall asleep to anything. It don't matter.
Jan says she can fall asleep to a fan and silence. I hear you. I got you. Music works for me, and me and Sarah have also done I went into like a weird phase in my early 20s where I had to burn incense, but not just any incense. It had to be like a water scent. And I would turn on the sound of the ocean or the sounds of a thunderstorm or something, you know, and it would just, the whole thing would just soothe me to sleep. And then we kind of fell out of that because even Sarah got into it with me for a little while. And I don't know. Like I said, for some reason, I cannot fall asleep now without something. But then it backfires on me too if it's too good of a movie, or if my mind's already racing. Now, you know, I can't sleep because of, you know, my brain's spinning, and I'm wanting to pay attention to what's on TV as well. And I am the world's worst at getting up in the morning. I have to be facing my alarm clock. And Sarah, you know, like if I roll over and I cuddle up with her, when she gets up in the morning now, she'll make sure that she'll tell me to roll over, face my phone, face my alarm clock. I could be the same distance, but if I'm facing the other way, I'll sleep right through it. God forbid I end up in the middle of the bed, which has happened multiple times. And yeah, there's no getting up.
Blue is a very, very, very light sleeper. Very light sleeper. I mean, he could probably hear a pin drop in the kitchen from our bedroom if he's sleeping. He gets very agitated with me because I am one of those ones where, again, if I'm tired, I'll set my alarm and I set it for every 15 minutes. Like 5, 5:15, 5:30, 5:45. That first alarm's going off, but what he doesn't realize is I have my body and my brain trained. I sleep on my left side. 90% of the time, I don't roll. I'm still on my left side. I don't move much when I'm sleeping if I'm really, really sleepy. But my left ear that would be up on the pillow is my deaf ear. So when I'm laying with my left ear to the pillow and my alarm's going off, I'm not hearing a thing until he starts pushing me. Babe, your alarm. Come on, shut it off, the alarm. Did that on purpose because I know he'll wake up and he'll wake me up. So he's gotten to the point now where he literally looks at me before we go to bed at night. Okay, which one of the alarms do I have to push you out of bed on? 6 o'clock, babe. Make sure I'm out of bed by 6.
Jan says Jason falls asleep during a movie
He's out.
and he's out. And then I woke him up for bed. Then once he is in bed, that light messes with. Thank you. Once he is in bed and his mask is on, dog on the one side, me on the other, then he's out till alarm goes off. Okay, so that's another fun thing. Sarah has given up on trying to. If I fall asleep in my chair, which I was notorious for a long time, everybody's got that one comfy chair. Well, my comfy chair got retired because somehow it, you know, even if you're sitting in it, you would just drift to the side. It would swivel. So I ended up taking over Sarah's chair. The only reason I have this chair now is because the original chair that was my chair was Sarah's chair, and I took it over. So she went and got one for herself. Now her old chair is my chair, and it is wore the fuck out. I'm notorious for falling asleep. She's constantly trying to get me to go to bed. That, you know, I could be tired, and as soon as it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. And it's like, let me see what's on real quick. All right, let me finish this one. And then when you finish this, I'm that guy that goes, all right, what else is on here real quick? what kind I'll watch this tomorrow night. Oh, this looks good. Let's check the preview on it. Then one preview turns into two. People don't realize those previews are about 2 minutes long. So I end up what you got? My recliner has been Jay's chair since we got together. Something else me and him have in common. We stole the chair right out from underneath our weapon. It doesn't take much. And before you know it, like it's gone from, okay, I said I was going to go to bed at 10 to 11. 11 turns into 1 very fast. And then it's like, I'll just watch a little bit of this movie, and I wonder why I'm so damn tired in the morning.
Oh, see, I run into the problem of, okay, I will go outside for my cigarette, and I'll be watching something on my phone or something like that. If I'm out there longer than 5 minutes, Blue's come out the door. Come on, babe, you'll fall asleep. Come on, babe, you'll fall asleep. So I finish up what I'm doing, I crawl into bed, but then I'm wide awake.
If I go to sleep on the couch, Sarah's got to the point now where instead of trying to wake me up, when she gets up in the morning, she just makes sure the pillow's not over my damn face, so I can hear my alarm clock. Hopefully, I haven't been watching something. So I've done this too. I'll be on YouTube, or I'll be on Facebook. I'll be on something, watching it. I'm comfortable. I'm out, and at some point, I end up pulling a pillow over my head to drown out everything else, and before you know it, my phone's pretty much dead. So that actually cost me one morning, which is kind of nice. I've got the camaraderie at my job that I do. That I got the clout that I do, because if I'm late, first off, I'm an 8:30 person, so I'm that mid shift, not the opener. I'm that one that comes in the middle. If I'm late, I stay to close. If they put me at 9 and I'm late, then I'm losing hours. But if I'm not there at 8:30, chances are, give it 10 minutes, Hooper's called my phone. Mike's called my phone. And they've all threatened to, Mike, I guess, has a nice size Harley. He said he'll bring it over and get outside my window and just crank it. I don't know. Like I said, my sleep, I don't sleep well. I really don't. I'm up and down all night. Some people would say it's because of the TV. If you have anything on extra, they say a night light even, you never do fully go into REM. I don't know. I'm like you, where I never stop thinking about something. A lot of times it's this show. I'm sitting there like, what can I do? Where can we go? Why haven't I messaged this guy? Why haven't they gotten back to me? I'll tell you right now, Candace and I keep playing phone tag with each other. She wants to come on, and then it's like, okay, I'll get back to her. And like, I think it was last Friday, she sent me a message. Well, I leave my phone in the break room, so I missed it until when I went on lunch. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll get her back. I'll message her at the end of the day. Completely forgot about it. Like it's just like we're two ships passing in the night. Today I wanted to cash in. How many people out there have the quarters and the loose change you've collected over how long? And I've got like almost $250. I'm like, let's put it towards the bar. I figure we just go ahead and add to it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, if I do that, do we have the room? We're gonna overload. So then I start thinking, okay, so what if we go ahead and go with this idea, which I will talk about here shortly. We will take a break, which we have not done in a minute now. When we come back, we shall continue this sleep. I don't even know if there is such a thing anymore. There's been a few, I tell you what, there's been a couple times where I've actually gotten some decent sleep this week. And I go into work, and obviously it does a lot better. speaking of music, what sounds good? We need to start getting on all these people about getting us some new music. Why not? This is the Southern Outlaw Band's Louisiana Water, guys. We'll be right back.
I'm going back, Louisiana, where the voodoo breathes. Met a Creole priestess on the streets of New Orleans. Louisiana, water's gonna save me. Louisiana, liquor can't kill. Louisiana, daughter's gonna love me. Might even drink their fill. On her way down Bourbon Street, she handed me a flask. She said there's chartreuse in there, better make it last. Louisiana, water's gonna save me. Louisiana, liquor can't kill. Louisiana, daughter's gonna love me. Might even drink their fill. Next thing I remember, I'm in the swamp to my waist. And that chartreuse that she gave me was all that I could take. Louisiana, water gonna save me. Louisiana, liquor can't kill. Louisiana, daughter's gonna love me. Might even drink their fill. Louisiana, water's gonna save me. Louisiana, liquor can't kill. Louisiana, daughter's gonna love me. Might even drink their fill.
And welcome back, guys. If you are just joining us, this is our Thursday Thoughts and Shots. And apparently we're going to be talking about sleep habits, or lack thereof. So, like I said, I try to get into a habit. But habits are, I mean, they're not something that just happen overnight. I don't think, anyways. I don't know. Is it like maybe because I'm getting older? Maybe I don't like to go to bed anymore until I just absolutely cannot keep my eyes open, or I know for a fact if I don't go to bed, I'm not going to get up in the morning when I need to. And for me, it's always been, well, most recently, it's been I don't want it to end. I'm comfortable right now. I'm relaxed. I just want to kind of sit back and binge to a good movie, or whatever I'm reading, or whatever I'm listening to, or whatever I'm doing. So Sarah makes it a point now where she's in bed by like 10, 11 o'clock at the latest. Now, there's been a couple times where she'll stay up with me until about midnight, and then I'll tell you what, the next day she will tell you she'd go to bed as soon as she get home if she could. It's to the point now where I've kind of graduated from coffee in the morning at work to, no, it's going to have to be an energy drink. And sometimes I'll even double up on those. And then by that second one, I'm like, okay, it's go time. But I don't crash. I've always been into energy drinks, but not like Red Bulls. I never could get into. There's also those red lines you can get. There's some so potent out there that they tell you flat out you only want to drink a fourth of this, and then don't touch it again for like another 4 hours, 5 hours. There's been times I've put down both energy drinks and just still was kind of like, ugh, no good, no go.
I'm just speaking with a person who is a therapist in some way, but it's a friend. She told me that you have to do something consistently every single day at the same exact time every single day for 6 weeks for it to start becoming a habit.
It makes sense. I can see that. Yeah.
Your body adjusts.
But here's the thing, like, I mean, at work, yeah, it's energy drinks. And now with it starting to cool off, trust me, I'm going up there and I'm hitting the coffee because we have the K-cups up front. John gets the pumpkin spice, and I'm like, yeah, okay. But on, Sundays when I get up, or if I'm off on a Saturday or whatever, you give me some coffee, about my third cup, okay, I'm starting to get into it. Everything's fine. It's just, it must be a work thing, maybe because it's, I'm go. And unless I have that energy drink, yeah, I don't seem like I can focus. And it takes forever. And then I'm that guy that, let me jump over here to the easy job. Let me jump over here to the, hey, I'll just go outside here real quick, and we got a few in line. I'll get the information. Then when I come back in, I'll, okay, I got everybody set up. They're printed off. Now I'm just gonna go around and I'll do the tire check. I'll do the, I'll check the pressures on them. Sir, can I get your current mileage? Then it's kind of like, it's a flatty. Okay, I'll go over and I'll fix this flatty. Why not? But 9 times out of 10, and it's gotten to where it's hilarious because it's not. I don't think it's so much as they're all trying to be nice. It's as it is. We need Bill to perk up. We need him moving. So Hooper will go over. Chris will go over. Kenzie will go over. Somebody goes over. Hey, I'm running over to Ace. Anybody want anything to drink? I'm good. Next thing I know, they hand me a bottle or a can of Red Bull. And it's like, all right, here we go. I used to be that guy that could drink a whole pot of coffee. I could live on coffee. Actually, when me and Daniel were working up in North Dakota, it wasn't uncommon for us to have just our own specific bag of coffee. We'd sit down, make a pot, and we'd sit there and watch TV. And when that pot was done, we'd leave the TV on, turn the lights off, both of us out. Last time I tried to do that, you can definitely tell the age is catching up. Last time I tried to do coffee before bed, I was up and down all night trying to pee, which is fun because we don't have a bathroom on the main floor. You either have to go down to the basement or up the stairs. Down to the basement works best because it's closest to the bedroom. Then you find out, hey, especially in the mornings where, I'm trying to get dressed. This is always fun. I got to go to the bathroom. Run downstairs real quick. I've got socks on. We got hardwood floors. You hit that first couple steps, boom. And I've slid down. It's just like, okay. There may or may not have been a time or two where I pissed myself doing that because I just slammed into the steps. Or I don't go to sleep at all. Now, those are my favorite nights where you just, you toss, you turn. Okay, I'm going to cuddle up with her. Well, if I put my arm under her, she's going to wake up with a headache because I got her neck at an awkward angle. I got carpal tunnel in both wrists. So even with the wrist brace on, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, my arm's underneath her, and the whole, my middle finger, index finger, and thumb are just tingling and swollen. It's like, then it takes forever for them to finally loosen up. And having carpal tunnel and working where I work, oh yeah, it's fun. I'll roll over. I'm gonna make sure I face the alarm. This is uncomfortable. Let me put my hand up over my head. Nope, that ain't working either. Let me lay on my back. I should be okay. Sarah will wake me up. Now I'm getting too warm. I'll try and, it's just, I can't. I'm a complex person anymore. And I think everybody, all of you guys have seen me in the mornings. I'm not, sometimes I'm a morning person, believe it or not. Like, what about those nights where I've passed out at like 7 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm just so tired from work and wintertime is kicking in. This is where it starts to happen. I'll be tired. It's already dark. I'll fall asleep. And then I'll wake up at a certain time and I'm just, let's get some coffee and go outside. Now we're being cheesy about it. It's like, this is nice. I like it. I can do this. Bullshit. Next night, I'm so fucking tired. Then I got to get up in the morning because I don't have a regular schedule anymore. I almost want to go back and Kat, you know this. How when you first started coming in here, we had incense burning. I almost want to go back to it, to where let's try. Like Sarah says, she wants to try the relaxation music, the sounds of the waves. Well, she likes to go through iHeart. Her and I are different because when you go to iHeart, you get about 5 minutes of one thing, then it switches over. And you got something completely different. And I even asked her, I'm like, what's the difference? Because the TV's still on, you still got the light, you still got sound. Why can't I just go ahead and turn on a movie? There is no such thing as CD players anymore, so you can't exactly just, turn on some. I mean, they got little machines, but what if I tried, again, going back to the incense and the waves, and I don't know.
You have machines that make those movies now.
One thing that did help, and I wore it out already. So we've got that bed that adjusts. We wish now we had gone with the one that adjusts, for both of us. But I like my feet raised. Now, it's comfortable. We also put it in anti-snore, where your head's supposed to be, up and not flat. But it's also got the zero gravity. Well, both of us like the zero gravity at first. And then Sarah, it just did not work for her. When I had my surgery, it was great. Because we could put that thing on anti-grav. I didn't roll. I was in the perfect position, and I slept like a champ. Getting up was a whole different story. She can't sleep in the anti-gravity position anymore. It's just, it's like a no-win. In the wintertime, I'm still that guy that has to have the fan on because I get too hot because she wants it 2,000 degrees inside. She wants it 2,000 degrees. It could be summertime. And I've said this a million times now. We can't shower together because she wants it piping hot. I don't. I want comfortable warm. And especially with winter kicking in, I don't want it too hot because I dry out really bad. All these things I kind of accumulate a little bit. And it makes, I either interrupt her sleeping or I, can't sleep myself. And the bad part is if I wake her up, she's one of those ones, once she's up, she's up. and she'll tell you she stays up the whole time. There's been times where I end up waking her up. I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up and go to the bathroom, get something to drink, any of these things, and I'll look over. She's on her phone. What are we doing? Crafts, cooking, something. And then you look at the clock, it's like 3:30 in the morning. It's like, sleep. What about you? You have to have some little. You already said that once you're out, you're out. You could fall asleep fairly easy, but apparently this man is a light sleeper. The crickets will wake you up, is what we heard.
It's funny because I can go to bed with the fan on and stuff, and it doesn't bother me. I hear something that's not other than my scanner or anything like that, because I put a scanner on before I go to bed. Put it right beside my head, listen to a police scanner on it.
That's what she was saying. I couldn't. Ooh, I can't. No, that would drive me insane.
And that makes me sleepless. If I hear something different in the house, I'm like, what was that? I'm up.
Oh, God forbid. Like, I was talking about one person I was with for a while. I got to try and I used to put my headphones on, but that was back when I had the cord still. And she's like, "You gotta choke. You gotta choke." It used to freak her out. Like I said, I can't do that now because if I do, I guarantee you I will not hear the alarm. They could be calling and banging on the door like Hoover was the one day trying to get me up. Oh, they thought it was hilarious. They got the biggest kick out of it. They said, "Dude, you are literally 30 feet from the shop and you're late." They had so much fun with that. And I was just kind of, what can I say, Luckily, though, I have never been, there's only been one time where I've actually gone past the 9 o'clock mark. And to me, that was one time too many. So now, I keep saying, one of the things we were talking about habits, I want to start going back to the gym so bad. Sarah, we start going back to the gym. Yeah, at 260 pounds at 45, yeah, it's time to cut back down. I'm like, okay, the best way to do it, because, I try to schedule around doing this. And if I try to go to the gym first, I'm going to want to shower, at least rinse off, because I'm filthy when I get home. So, say, give or take 20 minutes in and out of the shower. It's going to take about 10 minutes to drive over there. I get off at 5, so, man, can you imagine the rushing around, go over there for an hour? What if I miss? Then I come back. So I'm like, wait a minute. What if I have them as have me as an opener when I get off at 4? Then the other thing that talks me out of it is like, wait a minute. If it's busy, I'm not going anywhere. So it makes it interesting. And I really do. I want to go back and not build anymore. I want to trim back down and tone back up. And I can promise you 100% that I have retore that shoulder. I know I have. I felt that familiar pop. I'm getting those familiar aches and pains again, not only in the shoulder, but in the bicep. And it's the exact same spot that it was before. Very familiar. He's already said multiple times that if I have to go back in for a third one, I'm going to have to go to a different. Basically, he was telling me there's not much more you can do for it. And then because I kind of got pissed off when he said it the second time. And he says, well, it's not him. It's, especially with that surgery, once you have anything done to your shoulder, it's so easy to re-tear. Doesn't matter how, he could use a whole spool thread in there to hold it together and it won't. It's just something I have to deal with until I say, all right, retirement time. That's why I'm not jumping the gun and trying to go out and get the carpal tunnel. I went in and had it tested, came back positive on both wrists, more so the right wrist than the left. And they immediately was trying to schedule me. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I just, at least now I know. Ugh. You too?
Had them both.
Carpal tunnel?
Who had the surgeries.
I've heard all sorts of horror stories about
Now,
it.
the only problem I have is with my right hand where I get trigger finger now. And it's when these fingers get stuck literally like this, and I literally have, and since I've lost all the weight, I don't have it as bad. And the doctor said the only way to fix that is to go in and literally cut that tendon. So I just lived with it. But yeah, the inflammation and all that. But yeah, I had both my carpal tunnels done. Yeah, that's a sore subject.
The famous Dale at my last job, I'm sure you remember me talking so highly of that man. He had carpal tunnel surgery, but instead, every time I've seen it before that, they always have you completely like gordita up. You're not supposed to move. You're not supposed to do anything until a lot of that heals, because you're going to end up with scar tissue, and it's just going to do all sorts of bad stuff. He came in, he went back to work after his carpal tunnel, said it was worse than what it was now, and he just had basically a wrist brace on. That's all he did. He went in and spent all that money and then went right back to using that hand, and I mean, he never gave it a chance to heal. I don't want to do it because, I mean, look at what I do. And it takes 6 weeks just to get, from what I understand, just to get out of the first round. And then you start going into physical therapy and all that other fun stuff. I don't know. Maybe they've advanced over the years. I just remember going in to pick up one of the kids from school, and the receptionist, she had just had it done. So she was all wrapped up, and, they had her arm, she wasn't, they're supposed to be immobilized. She had a pillow that she rested the whole thing on, even though she was wrapped up. I don't know. Maybe you had a hack doctor. Maybe she had a hack doctor. I don't know. You give me that look like, I've heard a lot of people have come back after the surgery and it's been worse. I don't know. But again, these are all the thoughts that go through my head. Again, I'll call text sometimes. Surprise. What?
What? Don't start with me.
Yeah, I'll slap that bald head. Speaking of complex individuals, boy, I love the messages already.
You like him?
We already got somebody that is wanting to cash out already.
The high school did lose 21-14.
At least they allowed them to score one time, probably on all their third stringers. I keep telling everybody, and I was telling Josh about it just today. We got gifted the first couple of weeks we did this. We can go big now. And just have fun with it. Don't settle for pennies when you can get dollars, Drives me up the wall. I mean, the way I see it, everything we did last night, they had value. There was not one game on there that was not.
Yeah.
And again, I love this individual. He is somebody that you could give him $1 million and he would complain because it's not in a leather case. He'll be going through the stacks and one of them's not facing the right direction.
That one over there does it.
I'm like that too, though.
it's not the right way. She has a fit.
I think the next show will be all about OCD. Yeah, I've got that locked down. But I don't know. We did check a score, before we started, and
Well, it's 20-17. 20-17 at half. Giants.
Giants are winning still.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, if they lose to the Giants, I'm not going to let it drop for some time. I know. Tell Steve to cash out now. So, like I said, it's supposed to, it's fun. To me, would I love to win? Who would? But I keep trying to, tell them, dude, just enjoy the ride. Let's see who picks better at the end of the year. We dethroned 6'9". He beat us on both last year. On that note, Kitty Cat's already looking like she's
She's ready to go. She's ready to go.
Oh, she went what? Oh, you want to do the other one? I don't know either. I was kind of.
There you go with me.
Yeah, it's just one of those meh weeks, It really is. And what's been fun is, what was it? Tuesday night, Cat got to let loose a little bit. Last night was you letting loose a little bit. And then tonight, I think I'm feeling it for both you guys. And the one that stayed actually decent.
Tomorrow night, Oktoberfest downtown.
Yes.
6 to 10.
So we went to it last year. We went to Oktoberfest here last year. I was not that impressed. And he was rearing to go because he's like, oh, we'll go live. We'll talk to some of these vendors and stuff. And I could not get him to do nothing. Arliss, what's going on, brother? I got to see the video of the jam session tonight. That probably wouldn't have been a bad idea if somebody wasn't already committed to watching kids play football. I guess I could have picked up Cat. went to watch like a jam session.
She was too busy at the Eagles.
Were you busy? Of course, you had to torture her with scary movies this morning, I hear.
No, Ron did. Not me. Not me.
I know this much. Saturday, I feel, is going to be very fun. No cameras, no. This is going to be, as he said, ready for the show on Saturday. Yes.
There might be some candy camera, but
Well, what's nice about going back to JR's, that was the first time we ever saw them live, was at JR's. I like the setup. Good food, good drinks. I brought people interested in coming along.
you gotta get there early to get the seat. There's not much seat.
Well, we went there. Are you thinking about Long Boys? JR's the one in the back that's got all the tables and everything. They got that whole second room.
They did have a pool table back there too.
No,
No.
Nope.
It's not that.
pool tables are up front on the other side of the bar.
And I must be thinking wrong.
I told you would think about Long
Yeah,
Boys,
yeah.
which both places have good food, good drinks, and it's going to be good music.
JR's is the place that we went to after the
Bar crawl.
bar crawl.
They've got the amazing wings that I was
And
able
then
to.
we were back there for their show in that other room. They had the pool table and all the stuff out here, but they had the other room off to the side with it.
That's where we first met Michael Copenhaver,
Yes.
which Arliss, he said chances are he's going to be there. So, yeah, I am thoroughly looking forward to it, honestly. Cooper's trying to figure out how he's going to do it, even though somebody may or may not have offered a babysitter. I think Sarah wants to go, but again, kind of a pain in the butt trying to figure out which way we want to go with that.
You might run into footsteps.
Yeah, still about a 3-hour drive for him. Oh yeah, he lives. He's on the other side of Ohio.
I actually think what Columbus.
I can't.
Columbus.
That's where we're supposed to meet Blazing Birdie. If he's still going to go through with that. I don't think we ever finalized that. Even if we did, I don't think he would have remembered.
No.
I've never seen a grape soda that was infused with THC.
I wish I would have been able to drink some.
Then why would you make the comment that was good?
Last night, so,
Wasn't last night? Poor guy. Okay. Hey, you're the one going home to bed with him.
yeah, it's our anniversary. Man.
So on that note, yes, guys, JR's over in Ohio this weekend. This Saturday night, October 11th, the Southern Outlaw Band, our good friends, are going to be performing. Good food, good drinks, good music, and as Arliss would say, good for the soul. We are also going to be celebrating 2 days late, but I guess better late than never. Miss Kitty Cat and Blues anniversary. The offer still stands, guys. Just saying. We'll throw it out there. Whoops. Throwback. So, on that note, guys, make sure you check us out this Sunday night for our Sunday night weekend hangover. I'm going to assume somebody is going to be benefiting from that. Monday night bartender. We got our Wednesday night open bar. Things go back to normal next week. We have our Wednesday night open bar, followed by our Thursday thoughts and shots, and we will find out really quick. Are we rich? So, on that note, guys, I don't know what we're doing after this. We'll figure it out. We'll keep you posted. Everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, this is not V100. This is almost I'm ready for bed. Let's hear it. Cheers, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again,